Hello everyone, my name is Blaine Pearson and I'm a graduate instructor in Texas Tech's Personal Financial Planning program. In this video, we're going to look at industry trends in the financial advisory industry. To begin, we're going to look at the financial service industry in the future, and the next slide we'll take a look at the future of actual advice. So one of the biggest items that we as financial planning professionals are looking at are that consumers expect for their advisors to act in a fiduciary capacity. So putting the interest of the client above their own. And that is one of the biggest paradigm shifts that have really come to light lately, especially with the initiatives with the CFP board and a few other the initiatives that are out there in financial advising. And really having the fiduciary standard as the gold standard of advice is one that the financial service industry is leaning and shifting to. The wealth gap being less pronounced is another big industry trend. And then also huge wealth transfers. So there's this big baby boomer population that will eventually transfer their wealth to the younger clients, and also the age of current advisors. A lot of the advisors that are out advising on retirement are actually looking at their own retirement. So we could see a big transfer in financial advisor practices as well. Women as clients is another big financial industry trend. Diversity. When I first began in this industry was at Mel, Pell, and Stell. And thankfully that has been slowly changing, but changing nonetheless to more diversity. And then also technology with the robo-advisor solutions that are out there, with the different kinds of planning software available. Technology has had a huge impact. And lastly, the demand for transparency. And what I mean by transparency is transparency in type of advice, the fee structure, that kind of thing, how much your client's actually paying. A lot of clients don't actually know, and so having transparency is something that is in hot demand right now and a growing demand for clients of financial advisors. As far as the future advice is concerned, there is an expanding need for professional advice as the world becomes more focused and as individuals become more focused on their own lives. They really want to outsource this type of work to someone like a financial advisor that can handle this. So when we say expanding the need for professional advice, it's really comes down to the ability to translate needs and goals and how to achieve that into a strategy, right? Because the clients come in, they have this ideal dream that they want to retire, but ultimately it's just a dream. Until you put a plan or a strategy in place, does it become a goal? And that's really what the professional is there to do. Now, they also want a full service relationship, and the future advice will look like a full service relationship where it's not just you come in for a meeting twice a year. It's a full out ongoing relationship. They also want access from anywhere, so this includes things like financial advising apps, real-time updates, those kinds of things. And the last thing I'll leave with is changing the conversation, right? So increasing focus on family issues such as aging, especially with the sandwich generation, family and technical issues and other things like that. So really the conversation isn't anymore, well, how do I retire? It's also, well, how do I deal with college education? How do I deal with tax situation? How do I deal with my parents' long-term care while I'm trying to manage my taxes and my education goals for my kids? And that's the changing conversation. It's not just how do I retire, it's how do I balance everything in a holistic manner. Again, this is Blaine Pearson, and in this video, we covered the industry trends in financial advising. Thank you for watching.